Here I will explain properties of information. Properties of information. First one, this one is information source. Information source generates few number of messages. These messages are M1, M2, M3, and so on and so forth. MQ. Probability of occurrence of such messages are P1, P2, P3, and so on and so forth. PQ. Consider kth message MK. The probability of occurrence of such message is PK. From that messages, consider kth message MK. The probability of occurrence of such message is PK. The amount of information in the kth message are is I of PK, I of MK. The information content or the amount of information in the kth message. The information content or the amount of information in the kth message. MK is I of MK. The formula is I of MK is equal to log 1 by PK raised to bits. Suppose the probability PK value lies in between 0 and 1, 0 less than or equal to PK less than or equal to 1. Probability of occurrence of an event is 0. That means uncertain events, sudden earthquakes in the desert, cyclones and thunderstorms are the examples of the uncertain events. That means generally events are not occurred. Some uncertainty is there. Some in the desert, cyclones and thunderstorms and sudden earthquakes are the examples of uncertainty events. The probability of occurrence of such an event is 0. In case of probability of occurrence of an event is 1, that means truly occurred events. Truly occurred events means the sun rises in the east and also the earth revolves around the sun. These are the truly occurred events. The probability of occurrence of such an event is 1. And uncertain events, the probability of occurrence is 0. Suppose PK is equal to 0. PK is equal to 0. I of MK is equal to log 1 by PK base 2 log 1 by 0 base 2. That is equal to log infinity base 10 by log 2 base 10. That is equal to infinity. For uncertain events, some ambiguity is there, not cleared events. That means examples are sudden earthquakes. In the desert, some cyclones and thunderstorms are there. These are the uncertain events. The probability of occurrence of such an events are equal to 0. the amount of information carried such an event is infinity. That means more. For certain events, the probability of occurrence is 1. Example is the sun rises in the east. Truly occurred event. Pk is equal to 1. Let Pk is equal to 1. Therefore, Imk is equal to log 1 by Pk base 2 log 1 by 1 base 2, that is equal to log 1 base 10 by log 10 base 2, that is equal to 0. Less information. Therefore, in the cases, in both the cases, Pk is equal to 0 and Pk is equal to 1. Consider these two cases, and also the value of Pk is lies in between. The value of Pk is lies in between 0 and 1. That is equal Pk is equal to half. Sometimes consider Pk is equal to half. Pk is equal to half Mk. So in some cases, surprising events are there. In summer, rain has been sprinkled. Surprising event. That is Im of k is equal to log 1 by Pk base 2 1 by 1 by 2 base 2 bit. That means 1 bit. 1 bit. That is in that case, I of Mk, the final conclusion is I of Mk greater than or equal to 0. I of Mk is equal to 0 means Pk is equal to 1. Pk is equal to 1 means certain events, truly occurred events. The sun rises in the east. When I of Mk is greater than 0 means rarely occurred events, uncertain events. Pk is equal to 0. The information carried by such an event is infinity. That means more. It's greater than 0. Of Pk is equal to 1 by 2. Prediction, surprising event, 1 bit. That is greater than 0. Consider P of k is equal to 0. Pk is equal to 1. Pk is equal to 1 by 2. Consider these three cases. The information content or amount of information carried by such an event is greater than or equal to 0. This is the one property. Another second property is the information content I of Mk must be non-negative since each message contains some information. The information content I of Mk must be non-negative since each message contains some information. Each message contains some information. Even information is 0. That means I of Mk greater than or equal to 0. I of Mk is greater than or equal to 0 means non-negative. Third one, from that information source emits the Q number of messages. Consider two messages Mk and Ml. The probability of occurrence of Mk is Pk. The probability of occurrence of Ml is PL. The information content of Mk is or amount of information in the amount of information in the kth message is I of mk. The amount of information in the health message is I of ml. I of ml. pk then pl. pk less than pl. I of mk greater than I of ml. The probability of such health message is more than the probability of occurrence of that kth message. The kth message probability is pk, health message probability is pl. Therefore, the information content of a message having higher probability of occurrence is less. The information content of a message ml having higher probability of occurrence is less. Then the information content of the message mk having lower probability pk. The probability of occurrence is more. Information content of such message is less. The probability of occurrence of such a message is less. Information content is more. Fourth one is if there is more uncertainty about the message, information carried is also more. If there is more uncertainty about the message, information carried is also more. For uncertainty messages, the probability of occurrence is very less. That is equal to uncertainty means not clear. Some doubt is there. Examples is sudden earthquakes, tsunamis like that. The probability of occurrence is very less. That means P is equal to 0. Therefore, the amount of information present in the uncertainty message is I is equal to log 1 by P base 2. That is log 1 by 0 base 2. Log 1 by 0 is infinity base 10. Log 2 base 10, that is equal to infinity. That is more. Information content of such message is more. Information carried by that such messages is more when P is equal to 0. P is equal to 0 means uncertainty events, doubtful events. There is no clarity. Earthquakes, sudden tsunamis, and in the desert some cyclones and thunderstorms like that. In that case, probability of occurrence is 0. I is equal to log 1 by P base 2. Therefore, is equal to log 1 by 0 base 2. That is equal to that value is infinity. That is more. The amount of information present in the uncertainty message is more. Proof is completed. Next, fifth one is if the receiver knows the message being transmitted, the amount of information carried is 0. The receiver knows the message being transmitted. The amount of The amount of information. The amount of information carried is 0. Carried is 0. Receiver knows the message. This means only one message is transmitted. Only receiver knows the message. That means only one message is transmitted. Hence, probability of occurrence of this message will be 1. Pk is equal to 1. This is because only one message and its occurrence is certain. Only one message and occurrence is certain. For certain events, the probability of occurrence is 1. The amount of information carried by this type of messages, Ik is equal to log 1 by Pk base 2. That is log 1 by 1 base 2. Log 1 base 10 by log 1. 10 not 1. 10 base 2. That is equal to 0 bits. If the receiver knows the message being transmitted, the amount of information carried is 0. That means the receiver knows the message means only one message is transmitted. That means probability of occurrence of that message will be 1. Pk is equal to 1. This is some certain messages. In another case, Pk value decreases. Probability of occurrence of an event decreases from 1 to 0. From 1 to 0. 1 means truly occurred events, certain events. 0 means uncertain event, ambiguity is there, some doubt is there. In that case, Ik increases. Ik increases from 0 to infinity. For truly occurred events, the information content is 0. For rarely occurred events, the information content is more. That means infinity. We gain more information. That means infinity information when a less probable means 0. When a less probable or likely messages is received, we gain more information. We gain more information when a less probable that means less likely messages is received. Less likely messages means less probability. More likely messages means more probability. More likely messages means truly occurred events. Less likely messages means less probable. And sudden occurred events. Less likely messages. That means sudden occurred events. Sudden occurred events. Earthquakes like that. More information. Less likely message means less probability. Like that. More likely messages means truly occurred events. More probability, less information. More probability, less information. With this, the properties, the information are completed.